Discover the hidden truth of a deceitfully resold, misrepresented Escalade.
Massively scammed. This Escalade was so misrepresented. It had bad paintwork everywhere, to where it sort of ribbed in so the cladding of the door can open. That had become damaged and broke off, so they had glued it back on with super glue that was sort of bubbling out. The seats were ruined, the headliner was ruined, the dash was damaged, the paint was fading on the roof. It had the service ride control light on, which is for the air ride suspension in the rear. It's about $2,000 to go through that. It had been hit in the front and sort of the bumper was a little bit off. I do believe the miles. I think it was an 18,000 mile truck, and it was in California because the undercarriage looks really nice in that sense, but it probably sat outside its whole life. And it was like some old person that didn't care, and they just wrecked into things, rubbed things, fixed things badly. They didn't really care. So it was very much misrepresented. So my dealer buddy, he did me a solid, and he didn't hang me with the car. And even nicer of him, he let me make a YouTube video on it, on how bad it was, how badly he had gotten scammed, because the seller had ghosted him. There was no bringing the car back. So really nice on his part that I got the best of both worlds, and I didn't have to deal with the financial repercussions of buying a turd, which usually I'm stuck with a crap all over me. So nice in that one instance that I didn't have to. But he did, after I finished making the video, ask me to drop it off at the local Mannheim auction so he could wholesale it off. And it sold there weeks later. I think he took a $1,000 or $2,000 loss. And it actually popped up a couple months later on Bring a Trailer. And it looked beautiful, gleaming in the photos. No mention of any of its previous history or damage or any of the paintwork that obviously was done to this thing to make it look nice. I don't know how it photographed as nice as it did because it was so horrible looking before. But people quickly recognized that it was the same truck that I had done a video on, and they were tagging me in the comments and posting the video. The seller didn't know that I'd made a video on it, and then was confronted with it, and then had to own up to doing all of this paint work. But also, I think there was some creative photos to hide some of the damage to the interior and other things, which I seriously doubt he took photos of the dash or whatever. I think he just aimed the camera a little bit lower in some of those bad spots. But he got called out on it. I think he paid around $30,000 for it, and it only got bid up to $23,000. And actually, I threw a couple of bids at it because in the low 20s, it's the Holy Grail Escalade. It's low mileage. I believe it was really a low mileage truck, and it was cleaned up. It was great, but there's no way this guy was going to let it go for probably a $10,000 loss. So I don't know what happened to that one, but then the real Holy Grail popped up.